G'day, guys. We are back here with Big V. We are discussing the weekend as it was round 12. Now, it was mental health round, so for those associations that did get around it, we do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Understanding that we did not do socks this year, but if you did do other things, we do appreciate it. So, congratulations if you did. Awesome work. Now, getting stuck straight into it. Championship men. Quite a few interesting games here for the weekend. We had Camberwell get upset by Blackburn, 55 to 92. Blackburn were able to get it done quite well. Sunbury defeated McKinnon. Ish Sanders again had a big game, didn't he, Mark?
Yeah, Ish Sanders did what Ish Sanders usually does and just goes out and gets a casual 30, 35 points. And, they took care of McKinnon, which last time it was McKinnon who came away with the chocolates, but no Sharif Black for McKinnon. So
Yep.
I think that Sunbury, after he dropped 43 on him last time, Sunbury pretty stoked with that.
Yeah, now this is a huge one here. Keysborough sort of, I don't want to say manhandled, but they took care of business. They took care of business against Western Port, 113 to 77. There were two key players, and I'm going to say three, but there were two major key players and one more Western Port with some injuries or some outs that we don't know about.
Yeah, and Western Port don't have heaps of they don't have go significantly deep in their roster this season, Ted, and with missing Daryl Corletto and Scott Stone, who have been carrying the offensive load, and then the handy piece we like off the bench in Liam Ingram also missing. So Keysborough took their advantage. It was good to see Isaiah Geethers step up. He did 33 points, I think it was, nice. They took care of Western Port.
Fantastic. McKinnon got the win over Melbourne Union, the closest game in Champman there, 95 to 94.
The McKinnon had a huge third quarter that set this up, and that's a Sharif Black, minus Sharif Black. So a huge win for McKinnon to set themselves up as we get into sort of the business end of the year. A huge third quarter, and then Melbourne Uni came home real strong.
Hume were able to get it done over Bellarine. Believe that was a very well-rounded performance by Hume. There was no insane standouts, but a very, very team-first basketball game there. And then Blackburn were not able to get it done in a doubleheader, falling short to Wyndham 82 to 113.
Yeah, and usual suspect Maurice Howard had a big night. A big afternoon for Wyndham there as well.
Yeah, very good. Moving to Division 1 men here. We had Warrnambool take down Coburg at 87 to 64. We had Chelsea get taken down by Shepparton. Shepparton did quite well on the road, a very team-first performance. I don't believe anyone made 20 points for Shepparton, but a very, very team-first basketball. I think there was about 4 or 5 guys averaged the mid-teens.
Yeah, for Shepparton to be sitting on top of the ladder, it's sort of they're going about their business really quietly. They're not having guys explode. I mean, Derek Murphy did create a bit of an impact here, particularly on the rebounds in this game. But they're just going about their business, and they sit on top of that ladder, only lost 2 games. And yeah, as you said, that wide spread of offensive talent makes them an incredibly tough team to beat.
Absolutely. Collingwood couldn't get it done at home to Gippsland United, falling short 66 to 88. Pakenham had a massive weekend. Their first game, they took down Southern Penn 100 to 90. Awesome to see, even though Southern Penn got that loss there by 10 points. They are growing towards this second half of the season, right?
Yeah, that's significantly more competitive than what I think most people would have predicted. And a big game from Darian Jones, which is nice to see. But yeah, it's good to see the Sharks being a little bit more competitive in that one.
Absolutely. Warrandyte were we saying undefeated? We believe it was the undefeated. Upset.
Yeah, definitely an upset. Warrandyte sitting pretty in 6th. I think Bulleen were about 8th or 9th and sort of have been up and down like a roller coaster. But Bulleen got a really good game. Good win, led by Joshua Henry with 24, 14 and 5.
Yeah.
They'll be really pleased with that and hopefully trying to continue that form a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Southern Penn sort of got themselves handed to them, I guess, here. RMIT 124 to Southern Penn 61. Now, there's 2 insane statistics here in this RMIT unit with Steen himself going for 42, I believe.
Yeah, I believe it was 42 in about 32 minutes. It was incredibly efficient.
Yeah. So you compare that one, and then you got his teammate Steve Coffey, who had a ridiculous triple-double.
Yeah, 25 points, 15 rebounds, and 16 assists. And I think you were sort of insinuating that maybe it was just Coffey passing to Steen.
It could have been.
In order to get
it could have been
to get their numbers up, and the rest of the three were just out there, must have been playing defense.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do if those two guys are having performances like that.
They're two. Well, I guess that's one of the best duos in the league. Coffey and Steen. That combination, they've been really strong all year, and they put on a really good performance on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Pakenham were able to back it up, 121 points to take down Bulleen 78. Huge weekend for Pakenham. Huge.
Well, yeah, it just sort of sets them back up for a really strong back end of the year. They sort of wavered a little bit there. I think they were missing Josh Dow for a bit, but Josh Dow had a huge weekend and really took care of Bulleen, who Bulleen would have been up and about from the win the night before. So a strong win by Pakenham, setting them up for a really good run home.
Absolutely. Joe, again, looking like the MVP threat still.
Yeah, he's back. I think a good... the King's birthday was the freshen up that Big Joe and Josh Dow required.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving to Division 2 men here, Surf Coast were able to get it done over Maccabi 83-76. Max was able to keep his boys in the game for as long as possible, just wasn't able to get that win there. Melton fell short to Whittlesea. Whittlesea remain sort of that number one team here in Division 2 men, 92-89. Mildura were able to take down Wallen 94-87. That was the game of the week.
Yeah, that was a huge game, and Mildura have just been slowly motoring along. There's a lot of hype around Wallen early, and Wallen are a good side.
Absolutely.
And they're getting better as the year goes on. But, while Tyler Best and Arcane Lalamand both had really big games, it was, once again, the depth of Mildura. Dallas Brown off the bench. They had Gazzo shooting well. Cameron Gross had a big game again. They've just got so many different options, which makes them a really hard unit to defend.
Absolutely. Even that trip to Mildura never makes it easy for a visiting team, does it?
No, it's hard to come out of the hothouse with a dub.
Absolutely. Craigieburn fell short to Altona 85-105. They were then able to back it up again on Sunday. Altona back at home, defeating the Sherbrooke Suns 107-69. We've had a look at these stats here, and Sherbrooke seemed to roll out some of the younger boys in this game here. We had Burke Doggett, we had Manson, we had Dylan Johnston join the party there, which is awesome to see.
Yeah, and I think I just wonder, Ted, is it a sign that Q's been put in the rack for the season, and they're trying to think more so towards the future, get these young guys in and get them established in the senior program so they hit the ground running before 2024.
Absolutely. I mean, they're three guys that can easily fit into this unit as well. They're not shy of the ball. They're aggressive. They want to get up and down. So, give them a few more games in this competition. I feel like they'll be fine. Yeah,
and I mean, it's the result's probably a stiff one to sit there and say this is a great theory to have because Altona are one of the best sides, and they will be thereabouts with Whittlesea when push comes to shove. So, good experience for the young guys, and but overall Altona way too strong.
Absolutely. Mornington to round it out defeated Melton 98-78. A very convincing win for Mornington there.
Yeah, the usual duo of Murfitt and McQueen got it done with double doubles again. Melton probably a little bit fatigued from the night before where they went closer than anticipated with a undefeated Whittlesea side.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, that'll be all for us today. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you guys very soon.